They began, of course, as spontaneous protests in support of that 23-year-old who was gang raped and brutalized exactly a week back. But they've morphed into something entirely different. Students protest in Delhi for that 23-year-old and demanding stronger laws against rapists and heinous crimes like child rape and gang rapes, forcing to develop life of their own. Protests now being increasingly politicized. Questions on whether the entire students' movement has been hijacked. These are the kind of questions that are being raised after images like we're seeing on your television screen there. Police having to repeatedly fire tear gas shells, trying to rein in crowds, going completely berserk. You're looking at pictures of vandalism there happening in the last couple of minutes. Cars are being targeted, cars are being overturned. Constantly over the last half hour or so, we've been getting images there of people who are gathered here. Remember, they're not student protests alone. There are, of course, some genuine protesters, but increasingly the kind of vandalism that we're looking at on your television screen there being perpetrated by several other groups that have politicized the movement, really. Groups like that of Ramdev, that of Kejriwal. We've seen BJP's student wing as well, along with that group that had infamously attacked Prashant Bhushan for some of his comments on Kashmir, also being spotted here. They were involved in roughing up the Congress's Sandeep Dixit. So that's the kind of color and unfortunate downturn that these protests seem to have taken. They've really morphed, like I said, into something entirely different and spiraled quickly out of control and downhill.
I appeal to the public of Delhi to maintain calm and peace, because the peaceful agitation which was organized by the general Janta is being hijacked by unscrupulous, by anti-social elements, and they have broken the law. They have beaten up the police. They have damaged vehicles. They have damaged government property. We request the public to maintain calm and peace, because all their demands have been agreed to by the government. Their main demands, as far as I am concerned, I am aware, their main demands were to enhance the punishment in the rape laws. The second demand was to inquire into this particular incident as to why this happened, why was the girl could not be protected, and to make sure that the further measures to be taken to protect girls and women, and thirdly, to prosecute this case as fast as possible.
The protesters then assembled when some of the protesters tried to get out of the police van but were pushed back into the vehicle. Later, the protesters also punctured the tires of the bus which was carrying them. A group of girls lay down in front of it. Women protesters alleged that they were manhandled by male police personnel. The women police were present at the spot. Earlier in the morning, the police evacuated a number of protesters from area of Raisina Hill, where Rashtrapati Bhavan and key government offices are located. They had also reached outside Congress President Sonia Gandhi's 10 Janpath residence, where they had stayed put since last night. The protesters, most of them students, were taken into a bus in an early morning operation. Earlier, they spent a chilly night in the open after they fought pitched battles with the police throughout the day yesterday at Raisina Hill. Police asked protesters to stage demonstration at Ramlila Maidan.
At this point, there are a lot of people who are coming in to this particular side of India Gate. That is the right-hand side of Amar Jawan Jyoti, from the left-hand side that actually opens up into the Rajpath. Of course, that is a result of 23 rounds of tear gas shelling and also lathi charge on a few of the protesters who had spilled onto the India Gate roundabout. They have been pushed inside. They have in fact been pushed inside the India Gate compound.
And actually Baba Ramdev has just reached Jantar Mandir. If you could see these scenes over your screen right now, Baba Ramdev is just going to take the dais there, and then he's going to address all of these hundreds of people who have come alongside with him from Dehradun. That's from where Baba Ramdev came late last night, but then he was taken around across the city by the Delhi police.
The turn it has taken today, the kind of violence that we've seen, we saw some property, government property, public property also being vandalized. Do you agree with all of that?
Well, obviously not. I mean, but then in a movement of this kind, you will have all kinds. So it's not. I mean, I personally, of course, don't condone destruction of public property. But I think even this kind of a movement, so many people out on an issue such as violence against women, I think it's important. And even all kinds, different points of view being sort of expressed here, I think takes the democratic process a little further, just a little further.
Right.
And I find your colleague just sort of spoke about politicization of the issue. Well, most of us don't want politicization of the kind that is brought by Ramdev.
Yeah.
Politicization of a different kind needs to happen. So while you're talking about going to schoolboys and
Right.
sensitizing them very well, you probably have sensitization mechanisms in your own organization.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a cell that looks at sexual harassment.
Right.
Well, these are systemic things. They're wonderful. But I think in terms of a broader political process,
Right.
and we also need to recognize how violence against women is used as a political tool. So while
Right.
PLUs, people like us, are talking about this, we need to talk about Soni Sori. We need to talk about how various political parties are using violence against women as a political tool in
Right.
various states. And I think that's also important.
Obviously.
I have also realized that the youth are hurt and angry. As a mother, I am distraught. It's important that we make police realize that and congratulate them really the way they have cracked this case. If they treat every case with as much commitment and seriousness, Delhi will be a safe city.
What we have seen is, in fact, so many of the police officers who came over here, faces covered, refused to speak to the media, but the message was very clear. They wanted to clear this area, they wanted to clear India Gate all the way up to National Stadium. Right now, what you can hear around me is a ring of tear gas around India Gate. What they're doing is making sure that the protesters who have run out of this periphery are not allowed back in.